Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun live. Brethren, thank you so much for joining me. Dear Templars, I believe you have read the caption of this broadcast. I want to believe that you have also read the description of the broadcast. Like the broadcast, which is your own offering in this gathering. Share it because there is love in sharing. To invite your friends and your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them that Mayegun today. Then you can now sit back, relax, and enjoy the presentation from your dear Mayegun. Thank you. You know that in Nigeria now, as we have tried to kind of present the name, Nigeria, where propaganda is being served in the morning, propaganda in the afternoon, propaganda in the evening, and to those who go to bed hungry, they also wish them to be fed propagandas in their dreams. Since the APC, Egbekegbe, took charge of that Nigeria, a lot of you, especially those of you who have one affinity or relationship with God, have been asking God, what is going on in this country? God help us in this country. You have been asking for, you have been looking for answers to some certain things, but it seems that the more you look, the less you see. No thanks to APC, Egbekegbe, Al-Qaeda People's Congress, Apayan People's Congress. All promises cancelled. They call them that too. Unfortunately, they have those who believe them. They have those who listen to them. They actually have, the voluntary slaves who genuinely hoping that someday, everything APC, Egbekegbe told them would come to pass. Imagination won't finish some of them until they give up. Some have even given up the ghost. While waiting for whatever APC, Egbekegbe promised them. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that once told you, China statistics will go shop, has been rolling out lies after lies. And there are those, Ronukus, Abobakus, bad stabs, bad idiots, Buhari idiots, Buharidins, Buharididrins, that are also hoping that these lies will come to pass. Nigeria will be great one day. God will put you to shame. One day. Now, it be like say they have, data is very stubborn. Where you can lie. Yeah, everyone can lie if you want to. But data don't lie. Call and statistics will go shop is now cooking them statistics that are totally, and there are total lies.
I think now statistic will go chop. A lie with arithmetic that no Indian can solve it. I think now.
So, brethren, that Kalu and his gang, they are back. As we can all tell, when we don't want to be pretentious, when we don't want to be biased, because data don't lie. Thiefnubunomic and his gang, they have destroyed Nigeria beyond any remedy, that you are not coming back from this. But there are others who agrees that, okay, things are bad. But you know what? It's going to get better someday. The same wearies that waited for that better days that Boko Haram promised them, and they got nothing but a collapsed economy, are renewing their shege in Thiefnubu's renewed shege. So, businesses are folding up. Cost of living is there. People are starving, people are dying. But somehow, their NBS came out here today to give the Ronukus something to share about, even though some of them don't really believe this. According to Thiefnubunomic, or before Thiefnubunomic, I think this is how you are going to understand this, okay? Before Thiefnubunomic rigged himself to be your president, he had this famous speech where he pretended to be in shock that 33% of you are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit. He hasn't recruited 1,000 of the Ronukus on social media yet. But suddenly, that disappeared. Recruit. 50 million youth into the army. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, yam, is grown here. You create demand of consumption.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps, we create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them by
Kalu. Then after Kalu got in, before he got in, it was like,
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ epo àwọn á di 200 á di 500. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀, a máa gbé wálẹ̀.
ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀.
So now fast forward to 18 months after that, more people are falling into poverty, wretched. Those ones who had small money, at least under Bokuwari, they have now used Tai, they don't turn to Oloshi. Yeah, true story, true life story. So what did Thiefnubu do? Immediately, he cemented his rigging to hijack the government of Nigeria. They repackaged the propaganda. And the first thing they did was to remove Mr. Kale, the guy who was doling out the data in the MBS back then. Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, have been a National Bureau of Statistics. Mr. Kale, they removed him. They brought in the Ronuku's senior colleague, our propagandist. You know what that one did? By the time Bokwari was done with you, officially, over 60% of Nigerians have become jobless. Meanwhile, others who kind of had jobs, they are categorized as people who are underemployed. For example, somebody that's doing a gatesman, okay, a gatesman that is being paid 30,000 naira every month. In an economy where the inflation was 22%, according to the officially 22%. So you can't really say that person has job, right? Somebody who is doing alagba for laundromat, or that's the fancy word for it. Alagba for the person where they help you wash your clothes. And the person is making maybe 40,000 naira every month. With the hyperinflation on the side, you can't really say that person has a real job, right? Or even though they seemed to. So, in truest sense of it, right, it was like underemployment. Okay? So they said people who are underemployed in Nigeria, they're like about 80% of the population. So, when Thiefnubu and his gang came in, you know what they first did? By removing the person rolling out this data, they repackage everything. They said, we are doing mistake. We are not calculating this thing very well. You wait now, 70,000 self now. See, 70,000 that time now still employment. You cannot say that one is underemployment, because you know why? Right now, 70,000 naira is underemployment, which is their minimum wage. Because when you consider the food inflation, the hyperinflation in the economy right now, so even person where they earn 150,000 naira is underemployed. If you have any job that is giving you 150,000 naira, it's underemployment. Except if you have other job or other things that is earning you money. In that economy right now, well, wait for it now. No rush. So what they did first was that, we have not captured everything very well. You see, anybody, even if you are doing do you know that in Nigeria, there are those people who are working as private school teachers? Evangelist semi corner schools that are being paid 15,000 naira every month before Thiefnubu. There are those who are working as office cleaners, collecting 15,000 naira every month, 15,000, 10,000 salary in Nigeria. 30 days here now, 30 days working, collecting 15,000 naira in that place. So what Thiefnubu and gang now did was like, if you are a shoe shiner, that's a job. If you are a plumber, you are already employed. If you are like selling we do all these market women and the rest of them, they are employed. Employed. If you are Okada, right, you are employed. Everybody is employed. In fact, we've been calculating it wrongly. As it stands, Nigeria no get unemployment problem at all. Apart from almost 60% unemployed. Thiefnubunomic and his gang, they sliced it down and they said, in fact, now only 4% Nigerians are unemployed. Everybody else is employed. Even Agbiru, everybody is employed. We must make sure that they are all paying taxes. If you are shining shoe, if you be, it no matter, even if not 30,000 that they pay you, if not 25,000, you are employed. Let us stop pretending. Suddenly, unemployment just disappeared in Nigeria under these criminals. But the same these same lunatics, these same fraudsters, they are also bragging. They are bragging that they have paid over 75 million Nigerians 50,000 naira because they are the poorest Nigerians. They don't have any means, they don't have any business, they don't have any job, they don't have anything. So Thiefnubunomic is paying them 50,000 naira every month. 75 million people. In between July, listen to this one, between July 2024 and October 2024, July, August, September, October, 3 months, Wale Edun bragged that they gave 25,000 naira to 25 million Nigerians, poorest Nigerians. But in the general scheme that they are cooking, Nigeria only have 4.3% people unemployed. Do you see the contradiction? Right now, there is problem of unemployment with Nigerian calculation. In America, I think your unemployment ratio in America is put at how much? 5% or 5.5%. In the UK here, I think it's somewhere around the 5.3 or 5.5% or so, or 6%. I'm not sure. We share over 5% unemployed people in the UK officially. In Nigeria, Nigeria have less unemployed people in Nigeria, which means Nigerians are gainfully employed. They don't need job. Only a few people don't get job. Everybody else is employed in Nigeria. So you tell me, if you are doling out this fake data, investors, right, once they want to go to any country, they will ask for any reliable data. They'll say, okay, we want to bring our business to this place and we're going to need a workforce. So they will look at some criteria. For example, they say, how many unemployed people do you have? And if you lie to them and you say, we don't have any employment problem, everybody is employed, everyone is working. So then, before I even get to that, they will be like, okay, let's assume that you say, we have 50% of our youth, they are unemployed. Okay, what is the population of, what is that in number? You say, well, that's about 70 million young people in Nigeria don't have job. You say, oh, that's a lot. Now let's take a look at their qualifications. How many from these 70 million young people who have no jobs, right, have a first degree? You see, out of that, half of them have a first degree. Oh, great. So that means about 35 million. Okay. Now, what are their area of expertise, like, their discipline and stuff like that? Right? Okay, they are in engineering, in technology, in commerce, in this, in that. They will begin to pick. Then they'll say, okay, where are they really located? If you have genuine, reliable data. So investors will look at all these things and they'll be like, people in Sokoto, they have 2 million educated young people between the ages of 18 and 35. That means they are educated, they are energetic, they are young, they are mobile. So let us situate this business here. We won't lack workforce. Oh, in Lagos, they have about 4 million educated young people. Oh, these ones will be very useful here. 4 million, which means that we'll get everything we want here, and the labor too, right? So reliable data. But when you tell the world, when you tell the world that you don't have unemployment problems just for to make yourself feel good, and you see everybody walking about, jobless, useless, in that contraption, to the point that Thiefnubu and his gang believes that those who are doing yahoo, they also employed. At least they are making money. We cannot say they are not unemployed too. This is the statistics they are pushing out. And you are wondering that nobody really wants to come and invest in that place. And whenever they finally, look at that meat factory. They said it's coming. That means the world biggest meat factory in Brazil. I went on to go and do the research. The guy is not even the biggest meat factory in Brazil. But Thiefnubu and his gang, they've plastered all the media in Nigeria that the biggest meat factory in the world is coming to invest meat factories in 774 local governments of Nigeria. Propaganda, propaganda, the same Thiefnubu that went to Brazil, went to India last year. That's over a year now. And they came back, they told you that they signed a deal, $14 billion deal with India. It's been over a year now. There is no 14 naira deal or 14 billion naira deal from India. Only for them to come back yesterday, after Davido said the economy is in shambles. They are now saying that one Indian hospital want to invest $100 million in building a hospital in Nigeria. It's a Thiefnubu's achievement. Adeola will say data is very stubborn, to the point that you can lie to people, you can say all these fancy things, you can make them have expectations, but in reality, none of this will begin to add up. According to Thiefnubu and gang, Nigeria no get an unemployment problem. Everybody is employed. So this one is now for those of you living abroad, your family members who are telling you that some of them now they subsidize them. I have this my brother that graduated. It's been 3 years now. He hasn't found any real job. A lot of you have a member of your family who has been a graduate who have graduated for a while. Now they found them. I have in my family too. So if I ask and say, so yeah, that means you even have a job. So Thiefnubu just told us now that all of you are employed. So you have been taking money from me when you already have a job. But the truth of the matter is this: Thiefnubu and their cooking figures will finish a lot of you until you have pot bellies, which is going to be kwashoko, pot bellies of lies. And I don't know if I should feel sorry for a lot of you young people in Nigeria. I don't know. We have lists of businesses, big businesses that have left Nigeria in the last 18 months alone, or the last 9 years. So if they have created jobs, maybe they are supposed to tell you that, okay, in America, right? Especially in America, including here in the UK, every month, right? I don't know if that is the name you call is that called a labor secretary? I've been a labor office in America. They will release data of new jobs